on the ride home, and then after I got home and got things settled, I jumped on that other one, and I was like, yeah, that's enough. Enough.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so I need to go. I got it on your chat. I think I need to have it on my chat. Okay. Whew.
Yeah. I need to bring mine up on my phone. There we go. Just in case. Bring mine up on my phone.
There we go.
There we go. Hey, Big Time Fun Daily.
Hello.
I love your videos. So I can't wait to someday get to go back to Disney.
Hello, always loyal. How are you? Let's see.
I always.
Um, oh, that's serotonin. I think is how you pronounce that
I'm
person's name.
good.
I think.
I'm okay. We're gonna have a topic tonight on grieve. Well, not actually grieving, but when your husband or your spouse passes away, when is the appropriate time to date again, or when is it appropriate to tell someone, no, thank you, I'm not interested, when they don't,
Seem to get the message.
yeah, they don't get the message, or they keep hinting that they want to go out with you, and they really don't really say it, but you think that's what they're saying.
And how do you keep friendships with people of the opposite sex when you're not interested or ready to be dating? But you do want to be friends and have friends with people or be friends with people, but you're not ready to actually date. How do you handle that kind of situations? And how do you get back in the dating world after you've been married for, a long period of time? You were together, what, like 40 something years? And I was
We
married
were
29.
we were married 40. We were married 42 years. Knew each other 43. My husband, I can hear him saying now it was 43.
Yeah.
Uh, but we knew each other 43 years. Met in 79. Got married in 79.
I'm going to put this other camera on and see if it will work and if it's better than with these lines. Let me know if you can hear me once I get it set up, though. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Let me go
But
settings.
well, I'm not sure if the other person. Um, he sent me a message on Messenger with a song. And I asked him what it was for. He said, could you please just listen to the song? So I did. And I said, all right, thank you. Not thinking anything of it. And then he sends me another song. Then I got to thinking about both songs. Was a song about love for somebody else, or was a song for grieving?
Hi, Cruising Scene. How are you tonight?
Oh, I don't see them here.
Yeah, she came in on my side.
Okay, I see some of your side. Oh, I see her now. Hey, Cruising. So, I don't know how to pull the song up for y'all to hear them.
Well, we'll just say they were love-making songs. Let's put it like that.
That's
And
what
so, right, and that's what she's not sure, is it that
I
he's
can give y'all the title
understanding?
of the song, and if y'all
Yeah,
want to
you
go
could do
listen.
that. You could do the titles. Big Time Fun Daily says, "Hello, Savannah." He says, "You are ready when you are ready. If you get goosebumps and all happy around that person, then maybe you should explore the getting to know them more option." Oh, and
The
before
first,
that, their comment was, "You just need to let them know your thoughts and how you feel if the other person isn't talking about it.
Yeah, I can put this. I can copy the song and
But
copy
you don't,
the
yeah, but you don't want to play it.
no, because it'd be copyrighted.
Copyright, yeah.
But the name of the song is called "It's Gonna Rain." I don't even know who the artist is. It's an African American woman with red hair. It's called "It's Gonna Rain."
Oh,
But the
uh, what's the name? You can see the name of the that artist. Um,
it doesn't show it on without clicking on the thing.
okay. Cruising
It's gonna
Scene says,
rain.
Cruising Scene says, there's a channel I watch. I think her channel is Life at 80, something like that. And her husband passed away and she met someone on a dating channel. I think you'll know when it's right.
Yeah, and the person is an African American, which that doesn't bother me. But I've never thought about dating outside of my race. But it really doesn't bother me. I just feel like if God leads me to someone African American or Chinese, European, you know, Hindu, Muslim, you know, and I feel right, that's right. But it's only been 9 months. I'm not ready for anything. So I can put this in the chat room, but I can't play it because of copyright. Let me get back. But I'll put it in the here. If anybody wants to go listen to it, you can give me your opinion on it, and I'll get the other one. I just felt like he's trying to ask me out. I may be wrong, or is he asking me about? This is a song for grieving. I don't, for my husband. Hey, Lynn.
Lynn and Victor, 5845. Hello, ladies. My first time here, subscribed a while ago. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are very glad to have you tonight.
But if any of y'all want to play those songs to yourself, and you might have an opinion, I just thought,
Cruising Scene says, I've also got a single friend who has her own home, and sometimes the men just want to date her because they know she owns her own home. Well,
yeah,
this is what I'm trying to warn Roxanne about too, is that people who know that she's lost her husband know she's lonely and she does own her home, and they may think that she's got lots of money and may want to take advantage of her. And so it's kind of hard. How do you know when the person's intentions are genuine or if they're after something else? And I've been divorced now for, well, separated and divorced for 8 years. Um, and I'm not ready to date. I mean, sometimes I think I want to have a friend, a male friend, and then other times I'm scared to death and I think, oh no, not for me. So I don't know, but we were talking about it today, and Roxanne just wants some advice. If anybody's got, you know, some good advice for her. Lynn says, be careful, Roxanne. There are lots of creeps out there. I agree. I
I'm
definitely
not saying the
agree.
person's name because he is in the kind of public life, and put it this way, he's been on TV in some acting things, and so I'm not gonna. And he may watch, so I'm not gonna say, but it's just kind of, when you've been out of the dating scene for 43 years, and the way I've been watching some of these guys and girls, the way they, They don't actually come out and say you want to go on a date. They just hint around it. And I said, I don't know. What am I doing? I'm not ready. Don't know if I'll ever be ready. Don't know if I'll ever be ready to have another man or a woman or both or whatever. You know, if God sends me whatever kind of love, I'll take it. I know I'm not gay, but I want friends.
Lynn says, I met Victor when we both lost our partners to cancer, and it took a while for us to even want to date. Best move we ever made. It's 11 years this Christmas. Well, congratulations. And Big Time Fun Daily says, I think the song was just saying things will be all right and trying to lift your spirits. That's the second song, Everything's Going to Be All Right. But did you listen to the first song, Big Time? Listen to the first song and tell us what you, as a man, what you think about that. Hi,
Hey,
Ian. Enjoyed the bingo today.
yeah, bingo was fun.
No, he
Yeah, the
didn't listen
first song
to
is
it.
what threw me off, and then the
Because
second
he
one,
sent that one, but he sent the first song first and then later sent the second one.
yeah. And when I asked him what did he mean, he didn't answer me back, but I knew he'd read it because his icon came up. That icon only comes up after they've seen the post, so he didn't answer me. I asked him, "Was this about my husband?" You know,
She put it in her chat. Um, I don't know if I can. Can you drop it in mine too, Roxanne?
I'm just dropping it in. I don't have yours open.
Oh, okay. Lynn says I am in Australia, so that may be why. Maybe. Um,
I can I can drop them again in here. Let me drop them both in here again.
I wonder. Okay, Savannah. Um, she's on her phone and can't get on the computer. Okay, let me see if I can get them, copy them, and paste them in mine. Hold on. Let me see. I'll have to leave mine and go to your channel.
Right. There's the first song. She's going to try to put it on her side too. There's the first song.
Okay, wait.
Okay, she's got the first one.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she joined both channels.
Okay, okay, good, because that would be easier than for me to try to do it.
When y'all, if it, then in a few minutes I'll put the second song up. But I asked him as a friend, would you like to go to a casino with me as a friend? I wanted to go 2 hours away, but I'm not ready for you know, unavailable to you. I don't know. Maybe because it's a U.S. site. I don't have no idea.
Yeah.
And I hope my nightbot's working this time.
Um, it's coming. I mean, I see it on there. Let me go back and see what it said. That's mine. Oh, it's. I'm looking on my channel. Of course, it's mine. Okay, let me look on your channel. Oh, crazy, 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 crazy me. Yeah, it dropped your email, so it's working.
Okay. All right. I'll give it another minute or so, and then I'll drop the other song because it's about a 3 minute song or something. But I was just curious, if was I reading it into it wrong? Were we thinking wrong?
And if anybody's out there that, like Lynn was just saying about how both her and her husband lost their previous partners and then they got together, and you have any advice about dating, later in life, let us
Okay,
know
I just
about that
listened.
too.
Either way, they were trying to be give you a song that related to something that you were going through, or just picked a wrong song if he was hitting on you, cause it was weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. It kind of. There's a second song. Yeah, I like big time. I'm not. I wasn't. I'm not sure. And he
Hi,
didn't answer.
Maddox.
Hey, Maddox. He didn't answer me back. I knew you got it because the little icon came up. I'm not after anything but friendship with people. Like what's the actor's name? Carol Burnett. She'll tell you that when she met her husband, that she wasn't after a husband. She was after a friend. And she said for years we were, I don't know how long they were friends, but they ended up getting married.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not after a friend to get married to, not on purpose, not at all. But I just thought it was weird because when he didn't answer me back, it's what made it weird. When he just, I know he was working.
Lynn says, I became very ill with whooping cough. Victor came over to look after me, and it started for us then as we were friends first.
Yeah. But how long after your husband or wife had died before y'all got together? Everything that I've went classes that I went to this past year, the class, let's say give it a year.
Okay, Cruising Scene says she thinks the Kelly Price song is a comforting song. Big Time Daily Fun Daily says if you have male friends, then it's always a good idea to let them know that they are just friends so they do not get the wrong idea. Well, that's what she thought. She had an understanding with this gentleman
Yeah,
already that they were just friends and that she wasn't interested in more at the current
yeah,
time. And he knows how long it's been since her husband passed away. You know, around a year. We met 6 months after Ralph died, but they were just friends.
right. Well, like I told the gentleman the other day, I just wanted a friend to go with me because I'd ask another friend. She doesn't have the money. That's another story. She said if I paid her way, she'd go with me. She just went with another friend gambling, but I wasn't allowed to go. That's another story. But, I just told the guy, I want to go gambling, and I thought I'd just ask a friend. Yeah,
Lynn said, I have a friend of 65 years and he knows where he stands. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I think you can tell somebody, but if they have other ideas or they want more out of the relationship, I think they see more in it than what there is, maybe on their side, you know. But it's kind of scary to even, you know,
Yeah,
even
cruising.
think about
He lives
dating.
closer.
Yes. And I saw you where you sent those casinos supposedly in Florida or whatever. We're gonna have to check that out because when we go
The
to,
one I sent, yeah, the one I sent you is a gambling boat out of Jacksonville.
so it probably just goes out so far and then they can gamble and then it comes back.
Yeah, it goes out to the international dateline area, which is the ocean, and then you can gamble unless they have license for a gambling place in Jackson, which I didn't see one. I saw a bingo parlor.
Yeah.
Bingo. I don't want bingo.
Well, we ought to check into that because we might could leave St. Augustine and drive to Jacksonville, go out gambling on the boat, and then come back.
Yeah, that could be a day thing. Yeah,
Well, no, I'm saying the last day, like after we check out that Thursday,
yeah,
instead of coming straight back to Georgia, we just go to Jacksonville if they have a boat going out that day,
yeah. But we've
you
got the
know.
dog. I'll have my dog. That's the problem.
Oh, how are we going? Yeah, we can't. I forgot about the dog.
We'd have to do it on one of the days while we're there and leave the dog in the hotel room.
True.
Yeah, as long as
Okay,
I
I
be able
forgot.
to.
I wasn't thinking about the dog.
Yeah, I mean I could board the dog, but that's a hundred and something. Be over 100, almost $200.
Yeah.
$16 a day. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. That's 8 days. You know, I'm saying 8 or 9 days, however
Yeah.
long I say.
Yeah.
So, but there's a bingo parlor, but I don't want a bingo parlor.
No, I'd rather go gamble, but then again, we got to have money. So,
Well, even if I run out of money, I have fun watching other people.
no, we haven't planned a cruise yet. We're hoping to go on a cruise next summer.
Next summer, somewhere.
And then we're hoping in 2025, we're going to go to Paris. But then I got to looking, and you can actually go, we can fly like to London and take a cruise from London, and one of the stops could be Paris. So we're still looking into that.
We're still looking into that. No, I haven't. We hadn't planned the cruise. I haven't heard anything from the people you were talking to. So unless I over missed their email, overlooked it. So we still want a cruise. She's been on one. I've never been on one. And I don't want one of those 2 day cruises.
Yeah,
Three,
but
three
we're
days.
we're starting we're starting to enter contests now, um, for different vacations or cruises or whatever. So anybody knows of any kind of contest like that having to do with traveling, let us know.
Yeah, I even entered one for. It's called Mungie, I think is the name of it. I mean, Mumby, I think. I'll come right back to it. And anybody can enter this one. Yeah, MUKBEE. It's a website for reviewing restaurants. You can put on there where you've been. Put your anyway. The more comments, views, and posts you like on it, the more entries you're gonna get until their whatever trip it is that they're giving away.
Oh, okay. She said that she sent you a message now and she needs to send you a video, and then she said we need to talk more about planning the cruise. So yeah, so you definitely stay in touch with her or
All right,
me. Contact
I'll
either
check the
one of us.
yeah, I'll check the unless it's bad news, I'll check it and see if you sent something now. It must went to spam. Let's check my spam folder. Yeah, I don't see anything cruising.
Oh. She's saying she sent the helping hands thing for cruising a message now, and she needs to send them a video on why you deserve the cruise.
Oh, okay, you haven't finished. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
And then Lynn says, I want to go to New Zealand. I need to take Leanne's ashes home. She was my best friend for 25 years. Oh,
Yeah,
it's tough.
yeah. I've heard of people who take the ashes and they put them in cement, and you're supposed to get permission for this, but I've heard of people who just make a little bit of cement, like a flower pot size, small, and then they take them on a boat. They rent a boat and go out to the ocean, and they put them on a reef.
Okay, cruising scene, that sounds great. Oh, why am I so blurry?
Yeah, I don't know why you're blurry tonight. Your glasses. Well, I see reflection in your glasses.
Yeah, but I'm real blurry too all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Let me check my setting.
a cruisathon coming up next month. Yeah, she found some places where they do the last minute cruises. And if we wanted to leave like yesterday, it wasn't but like $200. I said, we don't have time to get ready.
Mhm. But that's what I said. If you had the money already and you had unlimited time, when you could go just whenever, you could get those last minute tickets really cheap.
Have fun playing
Okay,
poker.
cruising team. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun if we could do that, but right now I don't think we can afford to do you know, we have to plan, at least I have to plan and get the money, but even that doesn't mean we have to book it. We can always wait and, just do a last minute deal when we get closer to the
Yeah, but
well now
if
that
something free comes along and all we just need is spending money, you could probably work that out. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and I mean, oh shucks.
Let's see.
I accidentally kicked myself down, so hold on.
Okay. My wish list for Amazon doesn't have much anything on it. I'd like to have a gimbal so I can hold the camera when I go out. And a gimbal lets your camera rotate and do the right way
Well, see,
better than what
I
I
don't
got.
know. I don't know if I'm still on or not. I'm gonna
You're still there. You all of a sudden you became bright, but not.
Okay, but I can't see anything except for on my phone. My computer is blank. Okay,
Unless you
good
just.
always. I'm gonna try to come back up, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, now I always would know she's a pretty good singer and knows music. Christina wants up, so hello, Christina. You've been listening. If you want the songs, you can give me your opinion. I just not sure about this dude.
Can y'all see me now?
Hey,
Crowd in there.
Can't very now I can see you. All right.
I put her on mute. I put you on mute. So anyway, well, thank you, cruising. If I lived out in Texas, you know, I don't know
All
how
right, I'm
close.
away from the crowd now. Sorry.
I don't know how close you are to casinos, but I'm 2 hours or three, depends on which direction you go. It's
Sorry
just
about that.
some things you want to take a friend along, some things you don't. Yeah. So you're there, Miss Echo.
It's having my computer's having a hard time loading and getting back, so I don't
Oh,
know
you've
what.
got to fly. You gotta go. Enjoy your flight. Enjoy your fun. Now I've got my birthday wish list up there too. I don't know if it's flashing through or not, but
Can y'all hear me now without the crowd?
yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry about that. We were celebrating my niece's birthday, and she's in there making some noise and stuff along with my mom, and my dad, and my brother, and my sister-in-law. I call her my sister-in-law, but technically, they
Well,
were
if they're
getting a
married,
little loud. I understand why you muted me because they were getting a little loud.
well, if they're married, she's your sister-in-law. If they're just living together, she's your
They're
whatever.
just living together. They're not married, but still,
Okay,
it's they're engaged.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Hey.
But anyway, how many you see it? We got 8 people watching. It's not bad. We were playing bingo and got tired of bingo, so we decided to go live and see what you know.
Oh.
Now Sunday, I was listening
Roxanne,
to a church. What?
can you drop a link again for me to try to come back?
Yeah, you haven't left.
I left on my computer. I'm trying to get back into StreamYard.
Oh, all right. I'll paste it in the room again. So, and eventually, since there's that much lag, you'll be kicked off in a minute. Then,
It will get a little loud.
well, if they're married, she's your sister-in-law.
Mm.
But I listened to a friend's church on Sunday. It's a non-denominational. They have gays and lesbians and trans and regulars and all kind. And I really love the church. But they had that met last Sunday, and I didn't know it's an hour away, so it's a little far to go. But they have a widows group. And I said, maybe I need more of a widows group than a grieving group. Because I'm still grieving, but not as bad as I was. And definitely not ready to date again. Who knows? Who knows? So, but
Like
anyway,
I said, I'm sorry about the noise they made. They
it's
were all
okay.
talking over each other. That's why I was trying to. I gave you the signal of like you
Yeah,
saw
I know.
that mute. Or
Yeah, I
like when I turned off the light, that meant mute me, cause
know. Yeah,
cause like they were getting too loud, and I knew
it's
it.
all right.
And you're like, oh, that meant mute.
Oh, I know what you mean. You mean 1 minute, and so when you don't mute, I just mute you from now.
I said that, and then you, yeah. Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you get back in, Echo?
I'm not there yet.
I was like,
Well,
dang.
well, you still are on my side.
I know my computer's having a problem. I don't know what's going on with mine, but I'm trying.
See, I have no permission on one of these, so I don't know what. We got to work on that another day. Seeing what we done wrong, what I done wrong.
Yeah, I gotta vacuum the dining room when they leave, cause sprinkles are on the floor and stuff.
Um, do they live close by?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're down the street, like not too far, not this way, but the other way, near the church, like not not directly at the
A
church
couple of miles, two
that
or
I'm a
3 miles
member
away.
of, but it's like
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah. They probably live 2 or 3 miles away.
They live like maybe a block or two away from the church. Us,
Yeah,
me, my mom, and my dad live about oh, I would say like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe like 15 or so.
yeah. It's showing.
It takes us more time to get to the
But I
church
have
than
my birthday wish up there too, and I don't see my birthday thing coming across.
yeah. It was my niece's birthday on Wednesday. She's only 8, so boy, she's a handful. I can tell you that,
Yeah. So
man.
anyway,
I'm trying. I don't know what's going on.
well, we can see you, so you can keep talking.
Okay. It's funny because I can see it on my phone, but it's a delay. There. Now maybe I'm gonna. All
Yeah,
right.
it's a big
Let me
delay
try.
when I watch it with the phone to the whatever. I don't know why.
Okay. I'm gonna try to come back in now.
You heard a frog in the background earlier.
It's been raining a lot in Georgia, so there's no doubt there's going to be frogs. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, one of my plants was knocked over on my patio.
Yeah.
So they must have had some pretty good wind come through.
The according to the Mike the storm chaser, y'all that area all south did.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to rain again tonight.
I just heard
Again, it was. I
when I
thought, well,
took
I
the
could have
dog
went to
out.
the pool.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I could have went to the pool, and I didn't go because I mean I've already paid for 10 visits. I got 7 visits left. But if they kick everybody out, yeah,
Then when it was I went outside with the dog a few minutes ago and it was thundering and she was like, look at me and said, no, no, let's go back in.
yeah.
She does not like the thunder for some reason.
I don't know why dogs don't like it, but they don't. Yeah. So I was gonna go to maybe go off to the casino tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna hold off. Oh, you're back. You're on
Yeah,
here
but now
twice.
okay, that's fine. Kick the one. Wait till I'm up there and then kick the other one
You're
because
the one you
this
just
is
put up
saying
there won't let you. The one
I'm
you just
not
put up there, yeah,
yeah, it's saying
device
I'm not
not,
connecting.
yeah, because you're
There
already
we go.
here.
Okay, well kick me out and then
Which
you'll be able to
one?
let me come back.
Okay. Okay. Are you there?
I'm here. Yay! I don't know what was going on. That was the craziest thing.
I
I don't
don't
even know
either.
what I hit. I hit something and it knocked it off my computer. And then I was on the phone, but it was so delayed. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how to get back in there, but I guess I'm back now.
Mm.
Okay. Not touching anything else.
Wish me luck on Sunday.
What happens on Sunday?
My parents go to the beach, and I'm here with the dog. She's a
Yeah, but you
little,
did it
how
before.
can I say it? You know, she's
You
aggressive and
did,
stuff.
you did it before.
Yeah, I did, but she's the biting stuff. I know she's a puppy, but the biting stuff on the clothes and my ankle and the shoes gotta go. How can I stop
Get
her
a
doing
rolled
that?
up newspaper and bop her on the nose when she's trying to bite at your stuff.
Yep.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
tell
you
her
can take a piece
no in
a
a
roll
firm
of
voice.
newspaper,
Say
newspaper.
no and give her a little, not enough to hurt her, just enough to get her attention. And then no, no, no.
like when I hit something on the table, like one of my recipe things, like the graph paper or something, she backs up.
Yeah,
She don't like it.
Yeah, but
right.
you bop her on the nose a time or two, she's definitely going to stop doing whatever she was doing to get
Yeah.
bopped on the nose.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You got to be firmer with her. You know, you're the
Yeah.
boss, not her.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But my birthday wish list is not coming up, so I don't know why it's not.
Maybe that's the one that's messed up.
No, I just did that one 2 days ago, so I
Oh
don't know.
Lord.
I don't know.
But I guess I'll have to add to my Amazon. I did a Walmart one, but I can
Oh, a
probably add.
Walmart one. Mm.
I can. I think I can go. I'd rather go back to Amazon and add stuff to it. I'd rather do that.
Yeah,
That
I
one's
don't know
working.
who else here on my side, but welcome in. Good to see you. Say hi in the chat. I know Always is here, and I think Savannah might still be listening.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, I got a comment on one of my podcasts
Oh.
from, yeah, from somebody who lives in Japan.
Oh wow.
They're from they're from another country. I can't remember what he said, but him and his wife are living in Japan. And so I watched part of one of his lives, and he'll like talk in kind of a broken English first, and then he'll talk in Japanese, and then he'll talk in English again, and then in Japanese. It was pretty cool.
Wow. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, right. I'd love to, meet somebody." I can't remember where he was from.
Like last night, I was supposed to go into yesterday, the Wednesday, into my friend's Muzzie's room. She's from England. I can understand her real good, but some of the other ladies that I was in there the other night with, I'm going, "What are you saying?" But I forgot that 8 o'clock their time. It's not 8 o'clock our time, and it was like hours before, and I'm going, "Oops, I missed it."
Yeah.
But
Well, like the lady that was just in here that is in Australia. There,
yeah,
she said it was already Friday morning in
yeah,
Australia. Yeah,
Let's
which
see.
very
seven
is very
o'clock.
weird, when it's a day ahead or whatever.
Yeah, because I know 7 o'clock our time is midnight UK time. And
Mm,
so I've got to remember, I got to go back and see what time 8 o'clock is because that's when it starts UK time.
okay.
Um,
You have to figure out how many hours you got to back up.
Like in
yeah,
Melbourne, Australia, it's 11:18 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already
Yes.
morning there, so
So, what time is it here?
9:18,
9:18.
Okay, so 9.
9:18 at night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if it was 11:18 here now PM and it's 11:18 AM there, that's 12 hours difference.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
then
12 hours
so
different.
it's like a 14-hour difference.
Yeah.
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 Now my friends from Singapore, when it's 9:18 p.m. here, it's 9:18 a.m. there.
Ah.
Dang.
Yeah.
This
Singapore.
Yeah, you're a
Darn.
little blurry, or the sun, or your camera's really bright tonight.
I don't yeah,
Singapore, England, or
I took the let me switch back to this other camera. I'm sorry I'm having so much trouble.
you
But
mean Singapore, England, or Singapore? Darn, whatever it is.
Singapore, not England, the country.
Oh,
They're called the Ukulele. They're on Twitch, and they're an acting couple, and they play ukuleles. And they've been in, they were in the movie called Anna and the King, is the only one I can remember right now. Right now, she's in a play out in Singapore called Doubt.
all right. That well see I still got terrible glare on my glasses. So it's got to be from my light
Yeah,
or just from the computer screen itself. But that's the worst camera, with the lines. So it's not the I mean, it's not the lighting. It must just be my camera. So
well,
let
see,
me.
I bought online these daylight sensor. I mean, daylight light bulbs. And
Uh huh.
now at the bottom, I can see. You see them in the store more and more. Now that's good.
All right, but see, I'm still glaring. I'm gonna put this light on behind me and turn this other light off. That's behind the computer and see if that changes it. That may not be even bright enough. But I'm not sure if it's the. Oh, that's going to make it really dark. And I'm still, you see, it's my glasses. You can see the glare off the computer in my glasses.
Yeah, and I usually don't do that. I don't know.
I don't know either. It's weird.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Betty. Miss Betty J. Gathers. Darken your computer light a little. Where is your ring light at? Well, see, now I just turned my ring light on and it's over here to the side. Okay, let me see if I can figure out um, how would I do
no,
that to
you gonna behave? No, you won't behave.
this
Thank
on
you.
my computer?
Sorry.
Hold on, let
She
me open a tab. See if I can
there's a
get
vicious troublemaker today.
into my settings. Oh wait, no, here
Don't
we go.
bite. Don't bite.
Yeah, I have a ring light, but I don't use it. I've got the daylight bulbs in my thing behind me.
Okay, there we go.
What do you want over there?
Good.
No, you can't have that right now.
And then let's see, what would it be called?
I don't know. But I hope everyone listened to the song that I had out there earlier. I don't want to get copyright, so I'm not going to play it.
All right. Sorry about that. She's insisting on getting a toy over there. I told her she can't have the toy that she wants.
Uh, okay. Now let's see.
But
Would it be? What would it be under?
no, 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 no.
Display, size, night light, built-in display, display item, orientation.
I'm
Uh,
good.
yeah, that's not what
Uh,
I'm. Yeah. Okay.
Right? But
she,
anyway,
she,
yeah, Quiet Listener had a thing earlier going, and I
Okay.
had her channel on
what would you
listening.
like?
Then I cut it off to
Nothing
listen
over
to
here about
some
you.
more of my videos. I
Ooh,
couldn't have all of them going at once. Um,
it's not what you. Oh no, no, I'm not
No,
getting that
it
one.
doesn't do it either. I don't know where I'm supposed to find the
You wait,
screen.
flavor. Okay.
right?
Hmm. Okay, maybe this is it. Date and time, language and inputs, files.
It.
Reset. No, I don't want to do that. All right. Nope. Okay. Well, let me
All right,
just.
I'm back. She wants to get into everything.
Yeah. But I was listening to one of the channels I watched last week, and they were talking about dating. If you're like your second time around single dating, and you hadn't dated in years, and you want to date, they said don't be afraid to ask your best friend or your friend to go with you on your date. You know,
Select settings in the device section. Select displays under night light. Turn on night light under color temperature. Adjust the color. Oh, I was in the right spot. I just didn't know how to do it. Okay. Let me try that again. Okay, Miss Betty. See you later. Thank you about telling me how to do it. Okay.
Watch out. Come over here.
yeah.
Mm.
Hey, Diesel.
She was begging for a toy, so I give in. I shouldn't give in, but I do.
All
I
right.
mean, it's nothing wrong with a dog to play with a toy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's no trouble, but she likes to tear them up, like put holes in them where
Well,
I have
that's
to
all
put them in
right.
something and stuff like that. But try to get to the squeaker.
I
But
was watching a YouTuber who bought toys for their dog, and it said indestructible, it would last.
yeah,
15,
right.
15 minutes later, the toy was all destroyed. So they went back to the store and got their money back and said that the product lied.
Like every time that they say a toy is gonna last, it don't last long with those.
I
So
think
that's
that's
why,
good.
huh?
Might be a little better on the glare.
Yeah, it is better.
All
Yes.
right. But now I'm going to try putting this light on in back on this side and see how it if
Yeah.
it does better.
Yeah. But dogs destroy toys very quickly.
That is better. Okay, I'm gonna turn this other one off.
What, you want your Nana? I'll get it. Here.
Yeah, we're just chit chatting, Diesel. We started chit chatting about when's the appropriate time to start dating again after being single, divorced, or widowed or widower. You know,
Now I'm just blurry.
and bright.
Blurry, blurry.
Who knows? Uh, anyway, you're not too bad. I think it's the glare on your face making you.
I do not know. I do not know. Do I need more of this or less of this? No, that makes sense. Darker behind
He
me.
loves donkeys love toys,
Well,
but my dog doesn't. My dog, when she was a puppy, her mom and her aunt, I tried to get them to play with toys. The aunt wanted to, but the sister, didn't want to. But when we got mated our dog with another dog, and we kept one of them,
back up.
I brought in toys and candy and cinnamon. Thought they were the best thing in the world. But Honey Bun is like, I don't play with toys. You got me to play with, And she wouldn't let him play with toys.
Kristen, you're making me dizzy.
So anyway,
No, I'm not tired. I'm just have to wait until they're going to do the dining room. Like sprinkles and stuff going on the floor from the cake.
oh, okay. Yeah, I saw your recipe, Echo, with the one with the asparagus. I saw it on your Facebook. Did you put that recipe
Oh,
there or something?
yeah. The bacon wrapped asparagus.
It had no. This one had pasta. Was it yours?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I do a lot of asparagus ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have
I did one
asparagus.
I did one that was like bacon wrapped, and then I did one that was had pasta in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I'd take an asparagus and you put three or four together, and you or wrap it with bacon, or you put. Oh, it is so good.
Hmm. Definitely. I'm gonna be doing two new spinach recipes. I'm gonna probably maybe not until the beginning of next month, but I'm gonna set up my camera in the kitchen and I'm gonna film me prepping everything and making it. Do two different recipes. Uh,
Right?
I know I'm gonna do these two that I just learned how to do because they're both really good.
Can you lay down? Where's the
Yeah,
toy at?
I've had spinach dip, and I've had it where they pureed the spinach, and got a lot of the water out of it, and that way it wasn't as big of a
You
piece.
got.
That was good too.
Yeah.
You just.
This
That's that one.
the
Where's
You need
spinach
to be
her?
careful.
mute her.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Thank you. The one that's like spinach casserole, it's got you use frozen spinach and you squeeze the water out of it, you know. And then the other one you use fresh baby spinach.
Right.
Okay, you can let her come back on.
I know she's frozen, so can I?
Oh,
I'm just gonna say bye bye. She can come back.
okay. It's just
I
very
don't know.
annoying when
I
somebody's
don't know.
talking and then she's yelling at her dog. She needs to quit yelling at the dog on camera.
I know she don't realize she's doing it, but if she comes back, I'll Ixnay. Ignore right
Well,
now.
I'm just saying I mean, we were having a
I
very
know.
nice conversation and then,
Yeah, I
you know.
know.
But anyway, so about the dating thing, I wonder, if there is like an amount of time or if you just, you're going to wake up one day and say, oh, maybe it's not such a bad idea. Or maybe, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Savannah's still here, always loyal's here. Good.
Hey, Savannah.
I know with me, I just don't want to get hurt again. So I'm like chicken. I don't want to put myself out there and then be hurt.
Right, and I don't want to get back into dating scene, and I get someone that will, that's bit mentally, physically, whatever abusive. I'm not gonna go through that again.
Right, exactly. I was married for 29 years. Well, 29 and a half, almost 30. Well, over 30 by the time we got divorced. Um, and Roxanne was together with her husband for 43 years before he passed away. So,
Yeah, I was watching Crazy Pieces. They were in Savannah a couple of weeks over Labor Day weekend, and some of the things did, I said I want to go to Savannah.
yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Somewhere, Savannah and I were in a chat, and how long have you been single? I've been single almost, well, 8 years, and Roxanne only 9 months.
Hey,
Hi,
Carver.
Cora.
Yeah, I've only been 9 months, and it's a little early to want to date anybody. We're there. If you, I don't know if you can scroll up and get the name of the songs, but I put them in the chat room, and we weren't sure if they were directed towards me or they were directed towards something else. My husband's death or something else.
Yeah, we didn't know if he was trying to comfort her with these song selections or if he was trying to come on to her. So we weren't quite sure which way. But we did have one person say that they thought the one song was comforting and not the other. No, not you, Mr. Diesel.
No,
Uh,
we're not talking about you. Not no. A friend of mine supposedly sent me a couple of songs, and I just thought they were. We weren't sure if they were directed towards me and the grieving of my husband, or me and him wanting. Uh, Diesel wants to come up on the panel.
it's your show, girl. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. You know. Yeah, you're listening. So I don't know. We're not. We're anyway.
Right, Savannah. She said there are a lot of new rules to dating now.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing. We've been out of it for so long. We don't know.
Yes or no? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna let you up, Diesel. No cussing. We're just discussing. How are
Yes,
you?
ma'am. I promise. I'm doing good, baby girl. I promise I won't cuss.
Okay. No, I just, only been got my husband only been gone 9 months, and I'm not ready for any guy or anyone. And I was just wondering, what?
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah,
See, that's the human. I mean, that is the human intuition, the human spirit, the human. To I mean, all we do is wonder, you know. So
yeah,
we're curious. We're curious animals.
Carver said he did a 3-day fast.
well,
Okay, Carver. I worry about you sometimes.
yeah. But the person that sent me the message got it because he looked at it. It's the messenger. I could tell he looked at it because his icon showed up. But when I asked him, was he sending it for my husband, grieving on my husband, or something else, he didn't reply.
Well, it was probably because of something else.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm not ready
Mm-hmm.
for something else. I'm not ready for anything else. Don't know if I'll ever
Exactly.
be.
Yeah. So you'll never know, and it's nobody else's. You'll know when you know, and if you don't, then you don't. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you do or you don't. It's nobody else's. That's you. That is your own personal choice. You do what you do. Will you do what you makes you happy, and others around you that you love make happy. Don't worry
yeah,
about anybody else.
yeah. I understand that, but 9 months, you know, what most people say, give it a year and then start slowly. Uh, but I just don't have feelings right now for any guy. I've, you know how
Yeah.
sometimes you're
See,
married or not married and you look, oh, and say hot. I hadn't had that drop, I hadn't, no.
yeah.
I'm just not
See,
ready.
here's my thing. I'd never listen to anybody else's anything because nobody has the unique experience that I have. You know what I'm saying? They've never, you know what I'm saying, had the actual experience that I've had. And nobody's had the experience that you've had. It's
Right.
it's all unique. You know, people say, "Oh, you go through like 2, 3 people, then you love." But no, don't listen to that. We only have one life to live. Live it the way you want and the way you should. Never ever listen to somebody else's input on the way you should live your own life. You've got your one life. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Live it the
Yeah.
way you live. Don't worry about other people.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna
That's
drop it.
just my philosophy, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm just gonna drop it with the guy, and if he comes up and says something else, I'm gonna say, "I'm sorry. If you're not gonna tell me what you want, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. I'm not interested. I'm not ready."
Right.
And
See,
You're not my kind.
And one bit of advice I will give you, even though, I mean, I may be older than you may be older than me, but one bit of advice I will give, if you want it, go get it, you know? And it is
Right.
short, so live life to the fullest. Don't hold out because of something else. Just do what you want to do, you know.
Yeah, and I've always been in my heart. I've always said, you'll know when you fall in love with somebody. You'll know it, or you'll know when
Right.
you want to date that person.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I wanted you to think about that. You said you're falling. Hey guys, come on now. Sorry, my dogs. Here's the thing. You want Jesus Christ. You want you get with people like as far as like you love somebody, you want to spend the rest of your life. Let's say something happens. It doesn't have to be morbid, or let's just say something happens. Guess what? You still have to live out the rest of your life. So instead of trying to like appease other people, live your life, like do something different. Maybe 10 years change something, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why I try to like people like to pin like I say like pigeonhole stuff. So let's say the Christian faith. They're like, yes, we got to get married and we love each other till the day we die. And then, let's say 5 years down the road, their loved one dies. Hey, I get it. Yes, that's what but hey, it's starting anew. You go again. It is your life. So I just I hate when people try to pigeonhole their life
I
that
know.
they're like, oh well, you know, they're like, oh well, I was in love with him for 20 years, and yes, but guess what? You could still be alive for another 20. Why would you put yourself through agony? And some might not call it agony, but why would you not accept something new that might make you happy? Because I can guarantee you, if the person you loved would know, hey, this is what would have made her happy, instead of like trying to like
Yeah,
match them after they're gone or whatever.
yeah, I understand that, but like a man or a woman don't know when they're ready to look again. Some may not ever be ready to look again.
Exactly. And that's the thing. You don't have to. Don't you don't have to ever look again. I mean, sometimes opportunities, they just pop up, you know? You never have to look again, but just don't shy away from opportunities if you don't feel it.
Yeah, and some people say, well, maybe you don't want to go with him because of he's this race or that race. That has nothing to do with it. It's just if I don't feel for it for them, or I have
Yeah. No, it's all good.
yeah.
Hi, Harold.
Hey, Harold.
How you doing, Harold? What's up, brother? Long time no talk.
Yeah, but there's some women who never marry again and who are very happy.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
absolutely.
Yeah, I was watching something, or something came up on I don't know, YouTube or Facebook or something. Anyway, this lady was in her 80 years old, never been married, and got married for the first time.
Hey,
Oh
Selena.
wow.
Well, I mean, I wasn't looking when I met my husband, or, so I mean, I do feel like sometimes it's just maybe a coincidence, or maybe it's just meant to be that you'll find somebody. But a lot of times, if you want to be with somebody, you might pick the wrong person, I guess is what I'm saying.
So Hoya, I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm gonna pretend like I ain't even see that because I don't even believe in God. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I did. That's extremely offensive to me. Like I don't even know.
Right. So, but there is something out there, whether it's your God or my God, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, like, and Harold knows this. Like I, hey, I got no
I did not.
problem. You believe what you believe. I believe I will never push
So,
my thoughts
Rose, you
onto
didn't have
you.
to go in on Roxanne's side. I'm sorry, Diesel. Um, if you want to come on panel, you got to come in over on Roxanne's channel because we're streaming together.
How you doing, Selena?
Hey, Selena. Welcome everybody that's come in. Yeah.
Well, Savannah, not everybody thinks the same way, but it's your opinion, and he's got his opinion, and sometimes people just don't see eye to eye on things. That's all.
Yeah. My husband's aunt was atheist, but she went to church with her husband 4 or 5 times a year. And before she died, she did say that there is someone or something out there that created people. Whether it's my belief or your belief. You know.
Yeah, it's like my mom. Like she was, in all accounts, an atheist. My stepdad, which married my mom, um, you know, when I was like 7 years old. They was together like 30 years, and he was like a Mormon. He w- he was a Mormon. He was baptized to do, complete opposite. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Believe what you believe. I mean, this is, like I said before, we got one life, we got one shot, one opportunity. Like, do what
Right.
you do. Like, nobody should ever stop you from believing or try and stop you from believing what you believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I just wanted friends, not boyfriends, not girlfriends, not that kind of friends. I just wanted
Yeah.
friends. Harold, you can come up. You just have to go to my side.
You guys stop.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's
Frank
me.
Carver, you should
Age
date
really,
whoever
No,
you want.
I was talking to my dogs. Like,
yeah, and
No, we know.
age really doesn't matter as long as
they're
you're
they're
not
being
underage.
no, I was talking to my actual pets, like my
Yeah, I know.
dogs, like
Someone
my
else is saying something to the
Catahoula and
chat
my
room.
pit bull.
Yeah,
Okay. Cause I'm like, my pit bull is trying to fight with the Catahoula, and the Catahoula is like 2 pounds. My pit bull is 97 pounds. I'm like, come on, guys, chill.
Yes, you can, Carver. Go right ahead. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
my
she
husband
barked
was
at you.
8 years older than me. So, I mean, as long as it's not, you're not 8 and they're 16, I mean, that's a bad 8 year span. But, as long as it's legal, it's okay. I don't care about age either. Age to me is just a number. So I don't care about that either. And I really don't care about race either. I kind of like meeting people from other countries and other races. So it doesn't matter, that doesn't bother me or matter to me.
yeah,
But I just
You know
personally,
what's you know what's unique, and I agree. Like I've got no problem with different races or whatever. The What's unique to me is that I spent 12 years in, I spent 6.5 from Dell Computers. I spent 6.5 from T-Mobile, as management. I was the escalation queue. I'm one of the actual people that actually got the we used to call it the gray area. Like if you laid in the gray area, it wasn't your fault. It technically wasn't the company's fault, but you you know what I'm saying? You got hurt and the company didn't. So we need to, you're outside the box, you know. So
Right.
we we made up the solution center, and that's what it was called, the solution center, because even though it wasn't your fault, it wasn't our fault, but let's come together and make a solution. Let's actually find a common ground, and we called it the solution center at
Right.
T-Mobile. This is back in like 2012, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, no, I just
She just started a cult and it didn't even rain.
Yeah. What kind of cult did you start, Carver? Oh wait, you said I don't know that's a podcast. That's right, Selena. Sometimes we know what we know because of personal experiences, and then sometimes we just believe because that's what other people have told us to believe. But I think each person has to answer for their own life and be responsible for what they do in their life. But I'm the same way. As long as you treat me well, I don't have a problem with anybody. But you treat me poorly, then yeah, I'm going to have a problem. And
yeah,
I don't like
Exactly.
people who hurt children or animals, and I don't like liars, and I don't like thieves. Those are my main things. Don't
Yeah.
hurt children,
No,
pets,
100%.
don't lie, and don't steal, and you're good in my book.
I mean, honestly, those should be like the 5 commandments. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt children, don't lie, don't steal, don't lie. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, I mean,
yeah,
if you don't want people to judge you for the choices you make in your life, then you can't judge other
Then don't
people.
judge them.
Right.
Exactly.
So, and that's where we get messed up, I believe, in society, is because some people,
It
for
is.
whatever crazy reason, think they have the right to be judging people, and really none of us do. So,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
I kind of believe in live and let live, as long as it's not in my
Hey,
face
you
and
know
it's
what?
hurting me.
Yeah, I grew up in 1980, and I was like, live and let die. Down, down.
Yeah.
Down, down, down. Live and let die. No, but I feel you. Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing, don't judge me, I won't judge you. You know?
It's my
yeah,
cat.
Ain't not you
Mm.
don't want nothing, ain't ain't be nothing.
Like they say, you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing.
Won't be nothing. Exactly.
right,
See, I grew up in Pensacola, man. That shit was like, hey, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I'm like, okay. All right. Even though shit was tense, I'm sorry, I'm cussing. Oh my God, girl, my bad. Yeah. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Yeah, that was the thing. It's like if you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. Everybody else is fine. But, if somebody goes rogue, yeah. And that's the problem with humankind, is because, we tend to follow and protect. even when we shouldn't protect, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he says it's a mind altering last day cult. Okay.
Yeah.
He says that
The
he and I
cheetah
think
carver.
totally differently on things. So I don't guess I can join your cult, Carver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I
Stop.
just
Please
don't
stop,
get some
honey.
people these days. A lot different from when I started dating.
Well, see, that's the thing. When
Yeah.
you and I were dating, it wasn't like it is today. I mean, I don't. Sometimes I think I don't even know what to say to somebody without them taking it the wrong way. You know, I mean, I used
Right.
to work in a convenience store, and every person when they would bring their stuff to the counter, I would try to make conversation with them. And a lot of times I would ask them, oh, this nice, you like this product or this works well or, whatever. And I got myself in trouble several times because the items were things that I shouldn't even have been talking about. But I wasn't paying attention when I said what I said.
Right.
So my mind and
Right.
my heart was in the right place. But what came out of my mouth
Right.
could have been taken the wrong way, you know. And
So
so
let me give an example of that. All right. So you come to me, you've been shopping in the store. I'm the guy behind the counter, and every day you're coming to buying, like a lollipop and a 7-Eleven. Okay, yeah, yeah. Next thing you know, and every day I say hey, and we joke and laugh, and then you know 3 months later you come and you buy a set of condoms, and I make a joke because I feel like I know you. I'm like, hey, you getting
exactly.
lucky tonight?
Right, right. And it's not, it's not even it's it,
Yeah,
I,
but but
you
listen,
know,
even the person that did it, they took no offense, but the person behind them, they took offense because they're like, "Oh my god, you're talking about extramarital app. I don't want to hear that." And they
exactly,
and I'm like,
exactly.
"Really?" I'm like, "Come on, man. Lighten up, man."
Yeah,
I'm
but
just having
I
fun.
would get myself in trouble sometimes by saying the wrong, and it's mostly because I don't know, um, I don't know like street terminology, and as my daughter would say, I haven't kept up with the changing times, and so a lot of
Oh,
things
good.
mean different things to me than they mean to people today, and I'm sure that I would, I'd get myself in trouble. So I just try not to even
Yeah.
have
Yeah, you're
conversations,
good.
like that because it
Panama.
be bad. But I'm not
Cheetah
saying if I
Carver.
met somebody tomorrow that was perfect that I wouldn't be interested. But I don't think there's too many perfect people out there. So, you know.
Nah,
Right.
nah, that's definitely not. Cheetah Carver, Panama. You mean like Panama, Panama? Like Guatemala type Panama?
Well,
Or
Panama City
Pensacola?
Beach, Florida.
Because, yeah, I was from, like, Panama City. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go through Gulf Breeze to get back to Pensacola Beach, which is crazy. Cause like I'm from Pensacola, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I know Pensacola Beach." They're like, "Oh yeah, rich white people." No, guess what? Pensacola is that's just pretty ghetto. You know what I'm saying? It is surrounded by just nothing but concrete. We have Pensacola Beach, but guess what? We got to go through Gulf Breeze, which is a whole different sheriff. and they literally can, they're just like, oh, where you going? You're in our town now. We got to go through a different town to get to our own. Like, we can't even have our own beach in our own city. We got to go through a Gulf Breeze, which is, if you're from the Panhandle, or if anybody knows about Pensacola and Gulf Breeze, everybody knows when you go through Gulf Breeze, dude, that shit, you better 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better do your thing, because they'll pull you over.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband's cousin, I don't remember her name. She
Oh,
was from
sorry to
Pensacola.
hear that, Selena.
Yeah, sorry, Selena. She lived in Pensacola. My husband's cousin did. She was a music
Oh, no
teacher,
doubt.
opera singer out there. So
So
anyway,
you've been around Pensacola then.
no, we never went to her
Like, I
house.
miss Pensacola. Gotcha. But Florida, right? No?
Yeah, she was from Pensacola, Florida, but I never went there. Well, she was born in Georgia.
No,
Her
I'm
husband,
I'm just saying any type of Florida. You from Florida?
no,
No, she's from Georgia.
but
Oh, okay. Well,
that's where
yeah, that's
his
better
cousin
than
met. Yeah,
Florida.
yeah. My husband's cousin met someone, and he lived in Pensacola. And when she got out of college to be a music teacher, she went down there, and she was big in arts, and she did a lot of the orchestra and opera down in that area. I can't. I
Yeah,
don't remember her name because we didn't see her but 3 or 4 times.
no.
You know.
Yeah, no. Florida is, like I said, yeah. I'm so glad I raised my kids in Maine rather than Florida. Like,
Oh,
I
so
love it up
so
here.
bad.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
It's not even close. Like, yeah, it's warm, it's amazing, like, weather, but yeah, not really. Like, I'm so glad my kids were raised up north. Like, it's,
Other than the
yeah,
cold
it
winter,
oh yeah, absolutely. And they learn how to survive. And they
yeah,
learned how to survive in the hot summer, you know. And you didn't have different people trying to like cultivate them or whatever. Like,
right.
Always Loyal says your picture is scary.
I'm sorry, always.
You need to find you a more. Oh, she said you it looks possessed. It's just the eyes. It's the voice too. She don't like that voice.
Uh, he just got a deep, deep
Good
voice.
Lord.
Cause when he moved from Florida, he lost his southern accent.
Yes, ma'am. I still got it. I just, you know, it, it triggers.
Right.
Salute. Born and raised in Tennessee, I was a singer, all guy band, but they protected me. Wouldn't let nobody message you. We were doing it in a gig. Okay, Selena.
That's
Salute.
pretty good, you know.
Always says she's got the subtitles on, so she's reading what we're saying.
Right.
Hey,
Harold, where'd you
what
go?
I can say, I can say, put your headphones on and let me make you vibrate.
No thank you.
Hmm.
Okay.
I guess Harold didn't want to come up that bad.
Yeah, Harold, brother, what
He may be
happened,
doing a
dude?
live.
I thought you was coming up.
He's doing the live?
I said he may be doing a live tonight. He did a
Oh,
live.
oh.
Oh, he
He's,
may be. Oh,
well, last night it was
that
1:30
reminds
and
me.
I'm going to bed. I'd been in the bed, but I was
Yeah, I
listening
was
to
gonna,
somebody else.
I was gonna say that reminds me. I have to leave in like 5 minutes. I promised somebody I'd do some karaoke. So, I
All
mean,
right,
if
have
y'all are
fun.
still, if y'all are still awake, hit me up. You know, check out my channel. Y'all more than welcome to sing it. It doesn't matter. You know.
All righty.
All right, y'all. Thank you very much for having me up.
All
I
right. Well,
Thank
definitely
thank you
do
for giving us
appreciate it.
your views. That's what we wanted to hear was what did men think about things. So we're glad we got to talk to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And don't think all men think like me. They definitely do not.
Yeah,
it's just it's just one fish in a pond, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I appreciate you letting me up, girl. Thank you very much, y'all.
All right,
All right.
thank you.
Have a good one.
Living in Roxanne salute.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. That's nice. They can be nice. People can. Mhm.
I tell you, you never know what people are going to say or do. But yes, he was nice. Appreciate him very much.
Yeah, but I understand what people are saying that just be cautious. Be, take it with a grain of salt. But since he didn't reply to me, I took it as he wants more.
Yeah. I don't know. He never, I mean, he's waited 9 months to send you songs to comfort you. I mean, I just don't see that, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't, because you were friends when your husband was alive. And if
Hey,
he,
well, I only knew him briefly before my husband died. It was wave across the street. Hello, how are you? I didn't know his name until after my husband died. You
okay,
know, yeah. So no, we did wave at our neighbors, but I didn't really talk to them till after my husband died.
right.
And that's back in the 70s and 80s, you knew all your neighbors, you knew all their names, you knew when the curtains were pulled to stay away from the house. You knew everything. But
Oh,
now,
Selena says she's lost. What's going on? Okay. Roxanne's husband passed away 9 months ago. And since then, she's been grieving. And she has a friend who she thought was just a friend. And then the last couple days, he sent her some songs that were kind of suggestive. And we both thought and took it that he was interested in her and, wanted to have a relationship. So she put the songs in the chat tonight, and a couple people listened to the songs and said, because she wasn't sure, was he trying to comfort her because she lost her husband and saying, like everything's going to be okay? Or was he wanting more out of the relationship? Some people said one way, some people said the other way. So we still really don't know. But he didn't. Yes, you have to come over to Roxanne's side to get the to be able to come up because I'm actually dual streaming on her channel, and it's just Roxanne 59.
And anybody can drop their link on my side by just doing exclamation point link.
Right, and on my side, you just do hashtag echo, and it'll drop your link for you.
But Selena, if you want the songs again, I can put them in the chat room again. I just can't play them because it'd be copyright. But the coast is clear.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-mm-mm.
So if you want to come up,
Roxanne 59.
let me do it on, and it would get my channel. No, it's not dropping it tonight for some reason.
Huh.
We're gonna have to fix Nightbot. Nope, it's just dropping link.
Okay, it's not working.
Hmm.
Savannah, are you still here? I hope he didn't offend you too badly. It's really hard to be up here and try not to offend your guest and not to offend your chat at the same time. Some topics, get a little out of hand, and it's kind of hard to keep everybody happy, so to speak.
Yeah, I don't discriminate if they believe in God or not, or they believe in whatever. We all came from somewhere. Anyway, do y'all want the songs put in the chat room again? Those that are just now getting here? Oh, here's Selena. Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
now what's going on? Let me see if I can get you sideways. Oh yeah.
You got me. What's going on?
So you got this guy, and he's your neighbor, and he's been flirting with you a little bit, maybe giving you little hints.
Yeah, kind of. He sent me a yeah. He sent me a song, and then I asked him, "Was this song?" I said, "What is this?" He said, "Just listen to the song." So I
Good blow my
did.
hair.
Oh, that's bad too. And I listened to the song, and then I asked him. Then he sent me another song, and I said, "Was these for my husband,
I would
or
say,
were
what's
they?"
your intentions? What are
Well,
you? What are you?
she
What's
did. She asked him, is this because I'm grieving my husband or what? But then he didn't respond after that.
But he did. He did see the reply.
figure?
Yeah, he did see him, but he didn't respond.
Yeah.
But I'm taking it that he's interested and wants more than just friendship.
Yeah, he may be trying to wait for your response to it to see where you go with it, and if whether he wants to go further because he may not want to lose you as a friend, and he's afraid that maybe if he told his true feelings,
Right.
he might. I mean, I don't know.
There's the
There's
first song. I put the first song back in there for anybody that wants to go listen
I
to it.
can't see it when I'm on here, but I'll look back. I'll look at the back and see what's the names of them. Do you have the names?
It's it's ITS gonna rain. It's gonna
It's
rain.
going to
It's the first
rain.
one. Yeah.
Rain is the first one, and then the second one is all right. Or
But all right. All right. Is that one? That one?
no,
Okay.
Yeah.
they're both by African American artists. One
Oh,
of
they're a
Kelly
rap
Price,
song.
and I
Uh,
don't know who the other one was. Let me look.
I'll have to look it up then. See what's
You can look them up
going
later
on.
and leave a message on one of them to find me somehow. But with him seeing the reply, and not
And he
giving
didn't
me
respond to it. You'd think he would respond to it. Either way.
yeah, he would say, "No, I'm just sending you this because I thought been
Yeah.
9 months yesterday."
Yeah, the first one is "It's Gonna Rain" by Kelly Price, and then the
Okay.
second one is "All Right," and the artist is Ledisi. Led.
I'll have to look those up.
Yeah.
I know what I'll do. Let me see what the lyrics, because I'm not good
You
at.
can look up the lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
let me
good
look
idea.
at the lyrics because I'm not good at listening, and
Yeah, but you could read the lyrics. Because words are everything,
Yeah. You're like me. You wash your dishes while we're talking.
Yeah, I am. I'm
I
doing
do
this
that
one
all the
dish.
time.
I'm doing this one dish because it's right in front of my face. My husband
I
done the
wash
rest
them.
of them. So,
Yeah, I wash them every other day. I'll get when I get more than one piece, I'll sit in the sink and wash them. But I don't have a dishwasher.
yeah, me and him are the dishwashers.
Well, long story short, my dishwasher got ate up by rats. We bought another one,
Yeah,
and that happened again. And I said, I'm not putting money out on another one.
yeah.
But that was all.
I
My
don't
husband
blame
has
you.
dementia, and he didn't know to go put poison under the house. And I was so worried about him that I didn't think to go put the poison under the house. Well, when he got
Yeah,
sick in the hospital, and I'd heard the rats one too many times, me and my nephew went to the store, put poison under the house, and they're gone.
yeah. Well, I live in a mobile home, and I'm telling you, I live in the country too. So I hate when summer comes and when winter comes because that's when you got the most problems.
Yeah,
Little varmints tries to get in our garden too. Makes me so mad.
yeah. I've got to go to our big garden from last year. We got potatoes that came back up from last year that we didn't dig them all, or they were too small.
Oh, yeah.
But we have a little groundhog in our neighborhood.
Oh, Sam saw one. He said he better not come after my food.
Well, this one did last year.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so, okay, I came in at the last of the most of this. So, was this a guy you knew and you just wanted his perspective of a man?
Oh,
Uh,
Diesel. Diesel's somebody that we've met in other chats,
Okay.
and
yeah.
he's come on the karaoke, and he sings kind of. Well, you heard his laugh. He's
Yeah.
kind of unique.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Kind of sadistic in a way. It sounded like.
Well, he also can get out of hand sometime, and you just have to kick him. You know,
Yeah.
his language and his. Well, the other night I'm gonna say it. Harold said, "I gotta let you go because you've been drinking. I can tell."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never. He's never showed his face, but he's got that deep, deep voice that's not southern that he's puts on for the YouTube. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's the lyrics. This is the first verse. Something that you must know. There's something that you must know. I've been waiting on you. It's something that you must know. Come on in. It's something that you must know and stay for a while.
Girlfriend? That sounds like an I like you.
Yeah.
reading it like
Okay, here's
that,
the
it sure
second part.
does.
There is something that you must know. Can I talk to you? There is something that you must know. Say what's on my mind. There is something that you must know. Oh boy, I'ma tell you, I'ma tell you, I'ma tell you. Oh, listen to me. There's
Well,
something in my
we're ready to hear
soul,
him.
right? I can't sleep at night, wondering when the change gonna come. I'm feeling that I'm not the only one. I say that's coming on to her.
It sounds like he's liking you.
Yeah.
That sounds
Oh,
like, hey, I'm testing the
Diesel
waters.
commented in chat and said not sadistic. It depends on how you feel. Okay, Diesel. We're all just expressing opinions here.
No,
All
I'm
right,
not
let
saying.
me.
I'm saying the way it sounded was like a, little,
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, he sounds
little
scary to
fly,
me.
huh?
Oh, you're right. I said he sounds scary to me sometimes.
He could do a good rap, I bet you,
L
or a
E
hard
D.
rock song, big time.
All right, find the lyrics to the other one, because
I'm
hearing it
thinking
is
right
hearing it instead
How
of
many
singing it
songs did
is,
he send you?
huh?
How many songs did he send you?
Two.
Two. Okay.
Yeah, and hearing them as a poem instead of hearing them as a song,
Yeah.
you understand the words a lot better.
Yeah.
now. Okay, here's the second one.
Sometimes people can only express through music,
Yeah.
poems, music,
It says, This life can make me so confused, but it's all right. Living day by day, I feel so used. That ain't right. I just want to run and hide, but I don't have the time to cry. And it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Many thoughts are running through my head. It's all right. Wishing to be somewhere else but here, and it's all right. I can't wait to see your face. I need a smile and your embrace. And I'm all right. It's all right. I'm all right. Yeah. Uh, Life can bring us through many changes. It's all right. Never give up. Just don't give up. Know that it's going to be all right. People come and they go. It's just the way that it goes. Everything is everything. Oh, it's all right.
sounds like he's kind of wanting to comfort you too.
Yeah, it says sometime the rain, it makes me sad and it's all right. Some things in the world, they make me mad and it's all right. In the morning when I see the sun, I know I'm not the only one. And it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Wish I had some money to pay my bills. Ha ha. I can't even buy that dress on sale, but it's all right. Having money don't mean a thing. Loving you is everything. And I'm all right. It's all right. I'm all right.
Woo!
Yeah,
Woo!
I'm saying he's
That ain't a let's go for a picnic and talk like friends to me.
right. Right. wants to see your face and your warm embrace.
Yeah. It ain't. Let's go for hot dogs. And good buddy.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that was my initial when I just listened to him. I was like, no, this is more than.
This is more than I'm just here for you, buddy, kind of thing.
Right. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't think so. But and then my daughter, she likes R&B kind of music, and so I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
well, you listen to it. And that's the same thing. She said, well, they're love songs. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So,
I like all kinds of music, though. You know, there's so much.
well, I do too, but I wouldn't send a song like that to someone who was just my friend. Although I would probably talk to him, I wouldn't send him.
Right. Well, sometimes though, men don't really know what to do or say. They kind of. My husband told me one time. He said, "I wish you could listen to me as a man, not what you think I'm saying." And I'm like, "Okay, shut up." I get what you're saying now. He said, "Because me saying, okay, that looks good, does not mean okay, it looks good. I want it. It just means okay." And I'm like, "Well, what do you want it or not? You said you like." Well, no, that ain't what I said.
Right.
So men have their way of doing things differently than women.
Well, and then we were also just talking about in general, how long is too soon to be dating after you've either lost your partner or you've been in a long-term marriage and it ends.
Well, my mom and daddy were married 46 years when he passed away. And my mom's never even looked at another person.
Mm-hmm.
She said, that's the only love of my life. I couldn't be with nobody else. Okay, and I respect that. And then there's another person I knew that they had been married for over 50 years and got right back out there. Didn't mean they didn't love. Everybody mourns in their own season. It may not be the season that you mourn, but, everybody mourns in their own time. And it's up to them whether they say, okay, I loved you. I loved you. I wish you were still here, but you're not still here with me. I want to move on. I don't want to be alone. And that's okay too.
Well, and I think, it's different for every person because
Yeah.
like my mom was 48 when my dad passed away and he never got remarried or anything.
Yeah.
I really think if my mom had passed away, my dad would have remarried.
Yeah.
And probably
and it wouldn't change the fact that he didn't love your mama. It's just
but he loved being married and he needed somebody,
Yeah. So everybody's different.
I think as women, we could run our lives perfectly fine without a man.
Yeah.
But I think men, for some reason, and I don't know if it's how we mother boys or what it is, but they need a partner.
Yeah.
Most men need a partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do think it's different for men and women in general.
Yeah. And then it also is different from people. It's just a person to person kind of thing. I want my mama happy. If it meant for her to find somebody else,
Carver,
I would have been okay with that. She just chose not to, and that was okay too.
Yeah.
So, it's all in your time, and if it may be, I can't imagine. I've been married 3 times. I've been with Sam for 27 years. I finally found the person in my life. I don't see myself wanting anybody else. I don't expect to overlive him either. He's in better health than me, but I would be okay if he found somebody else. I joked with him and told him at least give me 5 months of mourning. Then you can do it, but give me 5 months. Mourn me at least 5 months. Then you can go on out.
Well, I don't know. I mean, my husband didn't die. We got divorced, but it, I didn't want a divorce.
Yeah.
And he didn't let me know to where I had a chance to fix the problem, to
Yeah.
save the
And
marriage. But
it's not
I think
fair.
because I didn't want it and I was so hurt by it
Yeah.
that I'll never let anybody hurt me like that again.
Yeah.
And if that means I can't love somebody without taking that risk of them hurting me, then I may never love anybody again.
Yeah.
You
Well, I tell you, what I went through with my second husband, um, he broke in on me. We getting divorced. He broke in on me. He kidnapped me and my oldest. He beat me half to death. And I was not looking. At all the things I've been through, I was not looking at all. And Dodo Bird in there, he just happened to come along and he was good to my kids. And I told him a lie. I said, "Well, nobody will watch my kids for me. My mom would watch my kids anytime she I wanted her to, but I wanted to see how he was with my kids because Eric was 3 and Stevie was 7.5 months old. Her daddy had left, and I didn't trust. And I put
hmm
him through the ringer of to test him, and he passed all the tests. I mean, it wasn't fair for him, but in my mind, I had to know. I couldn't bring my kids in the middle of anything else.
Right, right.
And whenever we started dating, I got diagnosed with cancer.
Mm,
And I'm like, so here I am saying, I'm talking, he's 19, or he's 18, and I'm 18, I'm 21. And I'm like, go on with yourself. I said, I'm breaking up with you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. We went on this about an hour. The no, you're not. Yes, I am kind of thing. And I said, I am damaged goods. You're just a kid. I said, you don't need this. I said, that's it. It's done. So I left. And the next morning, his mama called me and said, don't you break up with that boy. So it's not fair for you to give him his choice. He wants to be with you. And he said, I just want God to heal you and let me love you for the rest of my life. And I said, all right, you're an idiot, but okay, I'll marry you. But I didn't want to put him through that. And I mean, we've been together for 27 years now. I mean, he was in it. We wasn't supposed to have any children together. And then here come Isaiah. So, you know, there's where I was talking about. I've seen God move, and then I've seen the devil at his worst, you know. So, as me as a as personally, I do believe in the Lord and the devil, and
I do too.
I mean, I just do. And I've seen too many blessings from what with Rylan. I mean, my grandson, 32 surgeries. He's 8 years old, fixing to go through his 33rd. So, and I've seen him where he was completely not breathing, and him come back, and him supposed to be in a vegetable, but you saw him that night with me.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that child. I mean, yeah, health wise, but there ain't nothing wrong with him
Mm-mm.
mentally or anything. So,
No.
and then I've seen my brother. My dad got put on hospice, and my brother, like 4 days later after my daddy got put on hospice, my brother was in a severe car wreck, and I had to go. My cousin called me and said Ronnie's been in a car wreck. Well, her husband's name's Ronnie, and he's a police officer. And I went, "Oh no, are you okay?" And she went, "It's not my Ronnie, it's yours." It was my brother. My daddy's name's Ronnie too. So I had to go to the hospital, and It was awful. And I had to call my mom on the way up there. And I hear her screaming because he's non-responsive. So we get up there, and they tell me he ain't gonna make it through the night. And the THP came in, and he's talking to me of what happened. It was raining. He was in a Mustang, hydroplaned, went through 2 trees.
Oh.
So I said, will you pray with me? I cannot lose my brother. I said, I'm losing my dad. And he got down on his hands and knees and started praying with me. And then, you know, they said he wouldn't make it through the night. He did. But then I had to tell my mom what's going on. And she said, don't call me and tell me my son's dead, and I won't call you until your dad's dead. And we'll leave it at that. And that's how we did. I was there for, that was in October. He come home December 23rd. I was there for a month. And my husband would bring up the kids, bring me up food, and let me sleep. And then I would be up all night as long as they let me in there. You know, you could go from 6 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there, and he died on me 4 times. And I come in there, and they were on top of him. They had a dang, you know, with a needle in his heart. And I'm like, they said, who are you here to see? And I'm like, I pointed at him. They said, you got to go. I said, no, you got to tell me what's going on. But he made it through. Now, every time they had to bring him back, his mind was bad, you know. So we finally got him up. He got out of the ICU, and he finally went upstairs. And I was so exhausted. And he was mumbling. Wasn't making no sense to me, but he was mumbling. And I'm like, oh my God, Ronnie, please just shut up for at least just 20 minutes and let me sleep. I'm so wore out. And the next day, he was paralyzed on his left side from head injury. And the nurse got him up and put him in a chair, and I was going to feed him. And they got this look on him. You know, it was just not my brother. The look was just pure evil. And he got this grin on his face. And he told me, he said, you can't have him. I know. He said, he's mine. I said, no, you can't have him. He's a child of God. And Ronnie stood up and was coming toward me, and him paralyzed. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And I started screaming for the nurse because he was right across, and I was holding him like this. And I was screaming, please help me. And they came, and as soon as they got to that door, he collapsed, and it was nothing. Could not talk to me, could not move, was the same. Because I started praying. I started screaming, I started praying. I mean, what do you do? And then I collapsed, and I had to go home. But I was like, no. And then when we got him home, in December 23rd, he said, I saw a figure. And he didn't even know what sky was. He said, I saw a figure. And it said, you are in the valley. Do you want to go up the mountain? He said, I thought of everything. And he said, that's a yes or no question. And he said, yes. And then he said, let's go. And then that's when he woke up and knew who he was. And he did not know anything, but he would constantly repeat that because he had so much brain damage. He constantly repeated that vision of that person. You know, it was a trip. And when you go through that, it's hard not to believe that there's a heaven and a hell, and there's a, you know, a devil, and there's the good Lord. But that was the most insane thing, I think. Well, that, and there's been others, but that's just. And now he's got short-term memory loss. He's got some long-term memory, but he knows what the sky is. I taught him what the sky, this is grass, you know. And finally, he's came back to where when I brought him out of the hospital, he was about the mind of a 5-year-old. And I had to be his mama, and he's 9 years older than me. But I had to be mom because my mom was taking care of my dad.
Right.
So I was just like, I had to bathe him, and I had to do these I done these little flashcards to teach him what this and that was. And then about a month later, my dad told me to bring him home. And then my dad passed 4 months later after that. So
Oh, wow.
it was a very crazy time. But now he's doing a lot better. I mean, he can think now. He can be a dodo bird, but he's still a lot better than where he was.
Right.
So I just wish he would not be so angry about things, because I've seen such blessings that's headed his way, and I don't know what it'll take to get him to wake up on some of the things he does.
Well, he's frustrated, I'm sure.
Yeah,
That has a lot to do with it.
yeah, yeah. Because that, and he's bipolar, and he won't take his medication,
Oh, well, that's a big part then too.
and he'll have his manic stages, and it's just like, you know, Ronnie, chill, And I've pleaded with him to take his medication, and he's like, no, it makes me feel weird. And but he, he tried to kill himself so many times before that car wreck, and he has not since the car wreck. So that was a blessing in itself, you know. But like I can't even believe I told that out loud, that story. But I mean, it really happened, and it's just like, how can you not believe
Yeah.
when you see the good and the evil?
Right. Well, and you can't believe in one without the other.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And that, to me, is scary as all get out, because there's so much we don't know,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, you just started praying.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you can do. You can't understand what's going on. You may not even be able to comprehend what's happening, but you know that the only thing that can help it is for God to intervene.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all you can do is pray. And
Yeah. It was one of my craziest moments in my life. And it's like, I don't think I could have made it through a lot of things without the good Lord. There's no way. There's no way I could.
well, I lost my best friend when I was 14 in a gun accident. And then I lost my dad to cancer when I was 18. And even though I was raised in the church and I believed in God, I was mad at God.
And that's normal. That
You
is
know,
totally
and,
normal.
and it has taken me my whole life just about to realize that what you want and what you think God should let happen in your life or should happen for you or whatever is not necessarily the best thing for you.
It's like with my seizures and my migraines. I always tell, I'm healed. It's just in His time. It's in His time. Maybe not be on this earth. Maybe once I get a perfect body in heaven. But
Right.
I have to leave. If not, I would be so angry all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's just, that's the only, so I can understand the anger part.
Oh, I was very angry for a long, long time, and I just couldn't wrap my brain around, you know, how could that have happened,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then I didn't. It took me 10 years to get pregnant with my daughter because I had a medical condition that I didn't know about, and all the doctors kept wanting to do it was exploratory surgery and put me on fertility drugs, and I felt like that was playing God. And I kept saying, my faith is in God. And if He wants me to have a baby, I'm going to have a baby.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't do what the doctors wanted me to do. So it took 10 years to finally get pregnant. And then when I was pregnant and delivered my baby, then they found out when they had me open because I had to have a cesarean, found out exactly what was wrong and, was able to, tell me what was going on. But I could have found out, 9 years earlier had I
Yeah.
just agreed to let them operate. But in my mind, it was like, I know what God can do. And if that's what He wants to have happen, that's what He's going to let happen, you know.
Yeah.
And so I do believe like I was given my miracle, my daughter. But I still struggle sometimes with why did my dad have to go when I was so young, and why
I
did
understand that. I was best friends with my dad. See, my mom had a nervous breakdown right after my dad died. I had to commit her for several months. I had never felt so alone in my whole life. I mean, I had my dad just got passed. My brother was not the same. He wasn't my older brother no more. I was the older sister in the mind. And then my mom, I have to commit her. I mean, I was like, what else?
right?
And so I can understand that. I kind of got angry for a minute there too. I was like, you know,
And
why?
everybody grieves in their own way.
Yeah,
And my mom and us three kids, we all went about it in a different way, and we all felt like we suffered alone because sometimes when you're hurting, it's hard to see that somebody else is hurting also.
yeah.
And
I
that
was
was
so
just
close to
really
my dad, though. God, I was so close to him. Me and Daddy was so close, and Mama and Ronnie were always close, and that's just how it was always.
hmm
Sorry, my phone's about to die, but it's grief is a very hard thing. It is a very hard thing. I still have some days with my son. I'll think about my son and stuff, and I'm like, I still have moments. I guess you will. You'll always
yeah,
miss them, even though you know you're going to be with them. You always miss them.
right,
I guess we're. I guess I. Well, that's where I'm kind of selfish. He ain't in pain no more, but I want him here.
yeah.
You know.
Well, and people always say, "Oh, time heals everything," and just give it time. My dad's been gone. I'm 60. He died when I was 18. So what is that? 42 years.
Mm,
Some days it's like it just happened,
yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
other
June
days,
26th would be Daddy's. That's when Daddy passed. June 26th. So it's coming up to his.
yeah.
And I remember everything I was doing that day.
And some days, I'm fine with it. Other days,
Yeah.
I'm not. And it just really depends, on the day. But you can't, tell somebody else, oh, you know, it's only going to take you this long and you need to hurry up with it and get on with, no, because you don't ever get over it. You learn how to deal with it and how to live on your life
Yeah.
missing the person you're missing. But it
Yeah.
never goes away. It's
No.
not something that, one day it's just like magic. It's going to be gone and you're going to be all happy again. No, that's not what happens. You
No.
learn
You just
to
try
live
to make.
without the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. And you just try to make the best out of the life that you've got.
Right.
You know,
And, and,
I try to.
and that's a choice. That is
Yeah.
a choice.
Yeah.
If you want to, live your life and have a good life, you can. Or
Yeah.
you can allow that grief to eat you up, you
Yeah.
know? And you have
Yeah.
to, I always would think about, well, my dad wouldn't want me not to live a full life because I was grieving him. He would
Yeah.
want to go on and have a life. But then there's times I think of all the things that he missed out on or that I had to do by myself, because he
Yeah.
was gone, and
Yeah.
things like that. But people who think that it only, and then too, and I hate the fact that when somebody loses somebody, you don't know what to say. And so people just like pretend like it didn't happen.
I always tell them, I can't imagine how you're feeling, but I do want you to know that I love you and I'm here for you.
Right.
That's all I
Yeah.
say. Just, I'm here. If you want to call me and we just hold the phone and you not say a word, then call me and we'll just not say a word. If you want to call,
Right.
scream, kick, okay, we'll do it. But
Yep.
just know I'm here. And then I just leave it at that to let them, decide
And,
where they
and
want to be
learned,
with it.
I've learned that when I have one of those days where it's fresh and raw and nothing is going to make it better except for me getting through that day,
Mm-hmm.
then if I have to break down and cry, if I have to kick and scream, whatever I have to do to get through that day, that's what I'm going to do. And once
Yeah.
that day passes, then until it comes again, I'm okay,
Yeah.
and
It's
I
like
can
with
try to.
Stevie. With Stevie, with Rylan, I told her, I said, whenever she was going through with him, I said, Stevie, it's just a season. How long this season's going to be, I don't know. But
Mm,
it's not going to be here forever. I'll tell you that. And now, whenever she just feels hopeless, and stuff, I'll just say, remember, it's just a season. It's just a season. It'll
yeah.
get better. And she's like, I wish you wouldn't so positive. I'm like, well, how you want me to be? I can't help it. I'm just telling you.
Well, you have a choice. You can either be positive and look at the good things you do have, or you can be depressed and a pessimist and look at
Well,
all the
hey,
negatives,
I told her,
you
I said,
know.
hey, here's a ball bat. If you want to go outside and let's beat something, we can do that too,
Many a
But
time, if I wanted to go to a junkyard where the cars are already damaged
yeah,
and take a baseball bat and just
yeah.
see how much I could, beat it
You'd be
up.
surprised how much of a release that is.
Yes. That's why I feel like if you have to cry, if you have to scream in a pillow, whatever you have to do it.
They
Because
said that I used to scream this terrible squeal at night, and they would wake me up, and I'd just be screaming for my dad. And my kids, they'd have people over, and they'd all of a sudden hear this scream, blood curdling scream, and they're like, "That's my mom. It's gonna be okay. It's just my mom." Eventually, the cries stopped. The screams stopped. The cries got a little less, and then now it's just every once in a while I have my time. But when he
yeah.
first gone, I was just golly bum, you know.
And with me, it's like I know it's coming. I don't know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. And sometimes I can't, it doesn't hit me right at first.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, I'm just having a really bad day. Nothing is going right. Something is going on. I'm just having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll hit me. And it's like, oh my gosh, no wonder I'm having such a rotten day. That's it, he's on my mind.
Yeah.
That's what is the problem.
I tell
But
you, when I was at church, we were at church for something, and I had a seizure, and I hit my head on the concrete. Sam
mm,
said he saw a sprite rolling down the hill, is why he noticed something was wrong. And he said it came to me, I wasn't breathing. And he's, I don't know what I was doing, but I know that it was weird. I was laying there, and my dad came up to me, and I was in. I mean, this is probably not even seconds. It's so fast. But I saw my dad, and I was like, I want to go with you. And he said, you're all right. You're all right. And I wanted to go with him, and he went, not yet. And then, I came to on the way to the hospital, but I told Sam I was just kind of panicking. I was like, "Did you see Daddy?" And he said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Did you see Daddy? Daddy was there. Did you see Daddy?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And it just made me think, am I crazy? Is it that
Yeah.
bad of a head injury? Because I was kind of a little loopy from the head injury, but I swear I saw my dad.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's funny every time I've I've either been in the hospital and crashed, my blood pressure dropped or something really bad. I I had a VNS put in my chest, and it got infected, so they had to put it over here, and which they turned off now. And it's for seizures, which is stupid. They turned it off, and something touched me, and I was like, "Sam, did you just touch me?" And he went, "I'm over here," and I was like, "Okay, did you do it that time?" He said, "Now how am I doing that when I'm way over here next to the window?" And I looked up and I saw my dad. And he said, I didn't say nothing, but I said, "Did you touch me?" And he said that as soon as I said that, he said, all the things started going crazy. Your blood pressure went 40 over 20. They came in there, started setting adrenaline stuff and working with me. And a couple of days later, and I'm like, "Did you see Daddy?" And he went, "No, Selena, and I don't really want to." I was like, I swear I saw my dad, you know. But it's crazy. I guess God knew I needed him at that moment.
Right.
Is the only thing I could even it's the only thing I can think of is he knew I needed him for comfort, and it wasn't my time.
Yeah.
Only thing I could think of is it just wasn't my time yet, and I needed calmness.
Right.
That's the only thing I could think of. But it was crazy, and I bet you people are on here going, "She is crazy. She has lost her mind.
No. When my
She ain't
mother-in-law,
playing for the full deck."
yeah, when my mother-in-law died, my husband and his brother were all out with his sister in the waiting room, and I said before we went out to lunch, I saw this man, but I didn't see his face. I just saw his shoulders down, and I asked my husband. I said, "Were you standing out in the hallway?" No, out there. We were arguing with George, his brother. I said, so George wasn't back here either, because all three of the boys, if you didn't see them from the front, you wouldn't know who they were. They were all look just
Yeah.
alike. Yeah, and so we decided they needed to do something in the room anyway. And we said, well, let's go get something to eat. Well, while we were gone, she passed away, but I knew that was my father-in-law standing
Was
there.
it a death angel? You think it was the death angel?
No, it's my father-in-law come to pick her up.
Yeah. That could have been.
My nanny one time, she was such a God-fearing person. And my papa was not. He was evil. He was mean. He was a rattlesnake. And she was just God-fearing, sweet, And he got sick one time. And she said she saw an angel. And she said she tried her best to touch it. And it wouldn't, it'd go backwards. And she just started praying for him. He's not ready. He's not saved. Please, Lord, keep him on this earth a little bit longer until he sees it that you are who he needs. And she's
Mhm.
prayed with him all night. And he woke up the next day, still rotten as ever. But eventually, he did get saved before he passed. But
Mm-mm.
you know, see, stuff like that makes me just kind of, there is something out there. There is. I've seen too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely believe that there is. And I don't know. It's not really anything that I can say, here, let me prove it to you.
Yeah,
But I just feel like when you know, and I
yeah,
know,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah, another story. My husband passed away. He passed away in the parking lot of the ambulance going to the rehab. And my nephew said, let's go in and pray. Is that okay? And I said, sure. And by accident, I had my phone and I had a game I played. We have Dachshunds, and this game was a Dachshund that you went and popped all the bubbles. And when I hit that, it hadn't been but a few seconds, a minute or two since I said he was dead. I said that was him telling me that I made it to heaven with all our Dachshunds, all our animals.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had
That's
one that
wonderful.
we had a Dachshund that could say over 50 words,
Yeah.
you know. And I used to see Weasel in our dreams now, but I don't see him in my dreams much anymore because he's with James. He's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I
But
agree.
I know it. If someone said, "Well, you just hit the button by accident," and I said, "No, it was hit on purpose to let me know that I made it. I'm with our animals."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, Daddy was, you know, I thought it was an honor. He wasn't feeling good. And they always called me because I was the only one that could get him to do anything. I was the baby, and he just listened to me. And so they're calling me saying that he's up vacuuming. And I got up there and I'm like, Daddy, that he's running a high fever. And I was like, Daddy, what are you doing? This place needs to be cleaned up. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, my mama vacuumed every day. And I was like, Daddy, just lay down in the bed. Let us give you your medicine. You'll be okay tomorrow. So I stayed up that night. And my dad woke up once and he looked at my mom and said, my lovely eyed pearl. And then he was gone again. And I gave him his morphine and vinegar, and all night long I read a book in order to keep time with when I was supposed to give it to him. About 7 o'clock that morning, I told Mama, I said, I'm going to go lay down for a little bit. Wake me up if anything's different. Well, I went to lay down. Within an hour or so, something woke me up. And I get up and I go in there and check on Mom and Daddy, and she said he's breathing out of his belly. And I could hear the death rattle.
Mm.
And I started calling everybody. I was trying to get people there. But he stayed on, and Mama finally said, Ronnie, you've done good. It's time for you to go on. I'll see you in shortly. And a tear rolled down his face, and that was it. But he was not going to leave until she allowed him to go.
I was going to say a lot of people, they have to be told it's okay to go
Yeah.
because they will hang on and hang on and hang on.
Yeah. And see, he done told him, they said he had small cell lung cancer, and they said, they said, what's the longest? 6 months is the longest I've seen. Well, can you do? He said, a year, but you won't make that. He said, I'll beat it. A year and 6 days. He did. He beat it.
Wow.
That's just like our daddy, though. You ain't going to tell him what he can and can't do. Stubborn as a mule.
But don't give him a challenge.
Yeah, I know it. Golly, Bum. I'm like, oh, man, I tell you. And he made me he was so particular about his hair, and he made me cut his hair off. He made me shave his head. And here I am, just like, he never would let us touch his hair. And so here I'm outside fixing to shave it, and he just goes, what? And I'm, God, I like to have a heart attack. And he starts laughing. And I'm like, this is not funny. And, and I done it. And then I went to his office, and I just boo-hooed. I just lost it. But I kept it strong in front of him.
Hey, PJ.
Hey,
But it was
PJ.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. When my husband was,
Go ahead.
when he was sick in the hospital, he started talking about Barney. Barney was his horse that he had for about a year. And I said, is Barney here? He said, yeah. And then he mentioned another dog, and I said, are they here too? He said, yeah. And he just started. I didn't understand all he was saying because we think he had another stroke in the hospital.
Yeah. That's
And
rough.
I said, you're not eating, and they don't think it's going to look good. And he just didn't say anything because he really couldn't. But I says, would you like Barney to pick you up and take you with him? And he said, yes.
My phone's fixing to cut out.
Hmm.
Oh no. Hey, let me get you back on.
Uh-oh, she got to plug her phone up.
Ah. I got home tonight, PJ, but I am turning around and leaving tomorrow afternoon to go to my friend's house, and I'll be there until Sunday afternoon, and then I'll be home. So it's just a little Friday, Saturday, and half of Sunday. I hope it doesn't rain because she's having a yard sale slash estate sale, and it's been raining here really bad. So I'm praying that we don't get rained out. But most of the stuff is inside, so we should, it might be all right anyway. But most people don't go out when it's raining, if it's raining real hard. So,
Yeah.
but I'm getting so sleepy.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
Is
I
it
know
11
Celine,
o'clock?
yeah, 11:08. So Celine may try to come back on, but we've been on 2 hours and 37 minutes.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but at least I understand when you read those words, because sometimes when you hear a singer, they may be a good singer, but after your ears don't hear the word they're saying because
that's why I said, let me look at the lyrics because maybe, maybe it's going to tell us something more by just reading the words. And then when I read those words, I was like, no, we were right. Oh, thank you, Selena. We're fixing to get off of here anyway, but thank you for sharing with us.
yeah, the Sunday church we went, I had you listen to. Karen Lepo is her name, but she's go by Tempest Hawk now. Sometimes I can listen to her music and I'm going, "What are you saying?" And then sometimes I understand what she's saying. It's just they may be great singers, but you have to just sometimes hearing the words written out and said to you is a lot better.
Oh,
Yeah,
PJ, thank you. And thank you for being my friend. And I'm so glad to have you in my life.
yeah. I met some good friends on here.
Yep, I have too. I was telling
So
the family we went to visit this week. Um, they don't really know what I do on YouTube or anything like that. And so when I had popped on Roxanne's for a little bit one day, and then last night, Norma and I did the bingo, and they were like, after I got off, they were like, you really enjoy that, don't you? And I was like, well, I do. I mean, it's not hard to me. It's not work to me. I just really enjoy it. And I enjoy all the people I've met, you
yeah,
know?
and even though you and your ex aren't together anymore, he seemed really nice.
Yeah, he is nice. I mean, that's what makes me so angry at him sometimes. Because when we go, it's just like we're still together, we're still a family because we are a family, even though we're not together. Um, but it's like his wife and I are so close that
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to visit a really dear friend. And then to see them with my granddaughter, it's like if I hadn't reached out and opened that door to let them be a part of her life, she would have missed out on so much. But so would they, you know.
right. Have you seen that show where it's the their exes, but they got back together and they have another and the lady took on a wife?
No, I don't think I
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Shoot, PJ wants to know, do you sell the wool that you spin?
I haven't. No,
No.
right now what I'm spinning is silk, but I've got some wool. I've got alpaca. I got wool. I've got Nice. Now I had to throw away in the last 2 years a bunch because of moth.
Oh,
So so a lot that I got left is not wool, but I do have some.
well, my ex, he's funny. He really is funny. He used to always
Right.
make me laugh, and he still likes to pick at me. And my daughter has his same kind of personality as far as the sense of humor part of it, you know. And when the two of them get together, it's like I got two kids, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, I don't like y'all picking on the mama. I was a good mama. You know, y'all don't need to gang up on
Right.
me.
But
But
you know,
I can I can tell how much he loves my daughter and loves the grandbaby, you know.
yeah, you know, when
Uh,
he said I was welcome to come up there anytime, I kind of he was really sincere and nice. It wasn't
yeah,
one of those. I don't think he was saying it just to say it because he knew how happy it made you to be with certain people that he probably hadn't seen in a long time.
yeah. But yeah, he wasn't kidding, and that's why when we talked about it today, and my daughter was like, "He didn't say that." Yes, he did. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, and he can and see normally before, well, not normally, but in the past, he would have like stayed totally. If he knew I was on the computer, he would have stayed totally away. This time, he was right there, sitting right there across from me, like, you know, and making his little jokes and all that. And the one night he even came like into the camera view and was like,
I
"Hey,"
know.
you know, I'm like,
Yeah, he said, "You talking to her again?"
well,
You know.
he really thought that you thought he said, "Oh, is that your crazy friend?"
Oh,
And he was just teasing me, and I was like, "No,
right.
she's not crazy," you know. And then he was like, "Oh no, I mean, is that your good friend? You know, your nice friend or whatever." And but that you have to know his sense of humor, you know, to understand.
Right.
But he definitely liked the idea that I have someone that I'm friendly with like that or whatever. All right, PJ, you get a good night's rest.
All
And
right.
we will see you.
We're
I
gonna
know I'll be
say,
on Sunday afternoon. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and get off of here.
yeah,
Get
everyone have
ready.
a blessed night, and
Yeah.
I'll end the broadcast, and we'll stay right here. And
Okay.
see how
And
long it takes to end.
we will see you all the next time, and y'all have a great night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right.